Live. Welcome to today's morning power up call. I'm going to skip the housekeeping. We're basically the same as we need to be. We're still working on getting the real world up and running for you guys as smoothly as possible. We'll be moving a lot of people over there today and later this week. But I'm going to skip right to the content today. Keep this short, keep this sweet. We've got a lot of stuff to do as individuals, so I'm going to keep this short. When I was a kid, when I was a younger man, this movie came out, and it was based around this novel about a zombie apocalypse and people fighting back and defeating the zombie apocalypse. It's called World War Z. Brad Pitt starred in it. It's kind of a fun movie, enjoyed it, but there was a scene in it that has stuck with me since I saw it. It's stacked against some of my other beliefs, some other things that have helped me as I've moved through my life and improved myself as a man. And I think it's extremely important for us as copywriters. It's a very valuable thing to adopt in your life. I'm going to check real quick and make sure that the audio is working here. All right, the audio is working. We're good to go. All right. And I'm just going to play the scene for you. I'm going to let you guys see it, and we're going to talk a little bit about it, kind of to give you some background. Zombie apocalypse breaks up. Brad Pitt is like running around with his wife and kids, trying to like find a place to survive. They're trying to get extracted because he was like part of some UN team or whatever back in the day. And they end up like finding this family that takes them in for the night in this like apartment complex, right? And while they're there, they have this conversation with the family, right? He's trying to help them. He's trying to guide them. He's trying to give them the opportunity to live. I'm just going to go ahead and play it. Hopefully you guys can hear it. We'll see how this works.
I used to work in dangerous places, and people who moved survived, and those who didn't. Movimiento es vida. Movimiento es vida.
Nos tenemos que mover.
You have a better chance if you come with us.
Tenemos mejor chance si nos vamos con él.
¿Necesitan algo más antes de irse?
You need anything else before you leave?
Yeah, so like that was the scene, right? He has this conversation with this dude. Hey, look, movimiento es vida. Movement is life, right? You have to move. The people that survive in these difficult situations are the ones who are able to move and adapt. And I thought that was really cool. Like it was a really cool thing. And then throughout the rest of the movie, Brad Pitt survives these terrible situations, able to overcome and like eventually figure out a way to like defeat the virus of the zombie apocalypse. It's kind of weird talking about it post-pandemic and all that stuff that happened, but like he's able to like survive and adapt and move through this whole thing because he's adaptable, because he moves, because he's able to move quickly, because he's able to think quickly and adapt, right? And we've talked a lot about adaptability. We've talked a lot about approaching life in this manner, and it's extremely, extremely important. There's a finer nuance I'm going to talk about today, but really quick, just to recap. Darwin said it, and I've said it a million times on these live calls. It's not the strongest who survive, it's the most adaptable who survive, right? If you approach copywriting, if you approach going through this program in a terribly rigid and dogmatic manner, you will lose. It's the ones who are able to approach it in an adaptable manner, to understand it, to iterate quickly, to move with speed through the program, through the tasks of reaching out to people, testing your outreach, testing new things, innovating, like we're doing for this month's Legion Challenge, where you're discovering and developing new outreach angles that are able to produce significantly better results. I've been looking at some of the stuff you guys have been doing. It's been interesting. I'm still waiting for someone to like completely knock it out of the park with something unique and completely innovative. I've got a few ideas. I'm not going to obviously participate because I've kind of got some advantages that you guys don't have. But the point of that entire exercise, the point of what I'm trying to do here is to help you wake up. Most people go through the world asleep. They go through the world in a very rigid manner, and they adhere to rigidity because it gives them a false illusion of safety. In the movie, that guy that he like has helped them, that's take them in that night, he doesn't want to leave because he's afraid. He's afraid of the change. He thinks he's safe where he's at. And of course, like as soon as Brad Pitt, I don't even know the character's name, and his family leave, zombies come in, boom, dad gets bit, dad becomes a zombie within like 15 minutes because he stayed in one place. He wasn't adaptable, right? He ends up dying, right? Boom. Sad day for the little kid who survives, right? In life, if you don't adapt, if you don't move, you will lose, right? Things that stay stagnant die. Things that move stay alive. You need to wake up. You need to understand that. Yes, I'm going to drink flat water there for a second. That's funny. Surprise, I do drink flat water occasionally. Mostly, though, it is bubbles. People who move survive. People who stay still die. Now, this applies to your mind as well. If you are physically staying still, your mind will stay still most of the time. If you don't get up and move throughout your day, if you're not getting up doing push-ups, swinging kettlebells, going for walks, going and fighting, going out and moving through the world, you will lose to someone who does. You will become, man, I can't tell you how many people, you look out there in the world, you look at some of these bigger copywriters, there's some good ones out there, but there's a lot of them that are just like copywriting geeks. They're just like these little basement dwelling, skinny neck people that don't do anything with their life. They don't move. They just stay sitting stagnant. And their writing, you can feel it, right? You can feel the stagnation in their words. You need to get up. You need to move. Movement will help you move with your mind as well. It'll help you identify new pathways forward. It will help you find ways to succeed that you might not see if you're just sitting still. Physically and mentally, you need to wake up. You need to move. You need to move your body. You need to get the blood flowing. You need to get the endorphins flowing. You need to trigger all those wonderful things that will help you think and adapt. Because if you don't, if you try and stay still, if you try to rigidly apply and continue to do what you've always done, you'll only get what you've ever got, or worse. That's the other side of it, right? They never talk about that. They say, if you always do what you've always done, you always get what you've always got. That's not entirely true. You'll always get what you've always got until conditions change so much that you will become irrelevant and die. If you look through history, that has always been the case. The people who stayed the same, who adapted an entirely 100% rigid approach to life, they all died as conditions changed. You must be adaptable. You must move. And part of being adaptable is actually physically moving, right? Rigidity is a byproduct of lack of movement. If you move, if you stay active, if you push out into the world, if you think creatively, it will allow you to stay adaptable. Movimiento es vida. Movement is life. It's very true. Something to think about as you guys go through your day-to-day, something to think about as you go through your endeavors to begin to make money through copywriting, to begin to land clients and help them. You need to think about the movement that you're performing with your mind and with your body each day. Because I tell you, I'm being 100% genuine and serious here. If you move, if you are active, your mind will be active and you will be more successful than those who sit stagnantly at their chair, at their desk all day long. You need to be adaptable. You need to move. So do your push-ups, have fun today, and continue to work through the program. Continue to work through the challenge of adapting and creating new and innovative ways to land clients and help them make millions and millions and millions of dollars, and yourself millions and millions of dollars in the process. It's been a great call. I will talk with you guys again tomorrow. Go out there, move, and live. Talk to you guys tomorrow.